Jo, to start with, let 12 injuries. Not right. Samantha's dropping out of the squad. What will be tell us about the situation there?
Yeah, so unfortunately Nat picked up a foot injury in the last game, so so she can't take part in the squad any further. So we brought in Sammy. Obviously Sammy's been in with us before, been in camps with us, so is across a lot of what we do. So she's come in and obviously gone straight into the 23. And then unfortunately Ash picked up a shoulder injury in a contact session. So so she's had to leave the squad too.
Just on Sam, and you said before you should sort of nicely back injury, you want to go to Australia. I haven't seen a progression through that program. It's ways week and so it has the next person up with Nat going.
Yeah, so obviously, we didn't go with Sammy because she had struggled a little bit with injury, so wanted to give her longer to get that sorted, and kind of that led quite nicely into that Auss game, so which she went really well at. We know, Sammy's a really skillful player, and we know that she'll come into the squad and pick up really well.
And on top of that, it's the chance for Wallaroos to get a sort of a taste of WXV Wallaroos like. He's called up to add a 17-year-old and just but how aggressive with her you were during those sort of lights out camps before you went over to South Africa.
Yeah, that's right. So she really stood out in those camps for us. She's obviously a pretty good utility player for us as well, and stood up in that senior environment, and then obviously, really stood out. Anyone that watched the Australia A game could see how she stood out in that environment amongst a lot of senior internationals. So really impressed with her, and obviously with Bella returning, we just felt that we needed somebody else to come out and cover that just in case. But as it stands, Bella's making a good return.
So Bella should be good for the Scotland next week, or Bills get past options.
She's currently on track to be, yes.
Great. Then just on this, Dave, Cecilia Steve starting. What did Donan Yimba make us how up? So it's not to cover that. Was that saying was she fully back to that?
Yeah, so C and Trill have both had excellent tours. They both give us great go forward in that 12th position. So this week we've chosen to go with C. She came on and made a real impact in the last game, but no doubt Trill will also feature heavily in this up and coming game. It's we know that South Africa are very direct. So we're expecting C to be involved a lot.
And I think it was further 4 weeks the lowest made little changes with Sadie Brown. Obviously outside of injury, you so confident now think about your top 23 of your best side, and AEST have Grisha have that locked down and sort of playing having these options to play together before it should lock up.
Yeah, I think obviously previous in the year we've moved players around, and we've looked to get more depth in the squad, and but now we're into this competition. I think consistency, especially across the forwards, is really important. And those girls that are in that squad have stepped up, and they played really well. So we want to stick with them at the moment.
Talk about consistency in terms of performance as well. How much should we be calling the girls this week just to make sure you're backing up last week's warring up the idea of players against the Suburbs? Yeah, late time while.
Yeah, there's been no complacency at all. We know that we need to back it up with another big performance. We know South Africa are on the up. They've been in a program now that's full time for 3 years, so they've had some big results this year. No less beating the Barbarians, which is no mean feat. So we're definitely not taking them lightly. They're a very physical side. They come with different challenges to what we faced. We definitely not taking them lightly.
I was about what do you know about the game from Barbarians and that these skates start common? Do you put them with a albeit wearable or target with your own player to click?
Yeah, they've got some really strong ball carriers that like to attack, close into the ruck. They're very physical in that space. We know that we need to front up from a collision perspective and make sure we're putting them on the floor.
You spoke about the sort of mood around the camp and just that confidence. But a week like that, when you're sort of building again, all of a sudden say, well, I know, do you notice that change during the training weeks the last week? Like, the bit more happier face, a bit more energy, that, you know what?
I don't know. It's interesting because actually, even though we lost to Wales in Cardiff, the girls, their heads didn't drop, and that's what kind of I was really proud of, because they actually came straight into South Africa with their heads up, going, we've got a job to do, and how can we be better? And it wasn't like everybody was walking around with their heads down. It was very much the opposite. So, this week has been no different from that perspective, and that's what's been really good with this squad.
And just finally, Ash Knowles this fun red first cap goal. Originally, it's called about a football squad, and just what it means to see stability to like gauge your correction to shape files out, I guess.
Yeah, Ash just comes with amazing energy in everything she does. She also really does support the younger players in the squad as well, and to see her reach this and the style she has, like, she's playing such good rugby at the moment. She's such an attacking threat for us, so just really pleased for her.
Things all across the all the best.
Awesome, thanks Nathan. Cheers.
Sammy, to start with, just can you talk about the sort of range of emotions and found out over? Like, when did Joe call you? What was that reaction? Sort of found out you come over South Africa after the game.
Yeah, it was I think it was like 12:30 at night on my time, so I was a bit tired when I got the call. But like obviously it's Jo Yapp, pick it up, and just really excited. But the family all went to bed, so I got to tell them in the morning, which was really nice.
So that sounds like only so grabbing you like that Friday, so the play company like, hey, okay, I'm back in the spot, like, what's that good one?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, you don't really want to get this opportunity from like someone like Natty going down, but it's still very, very exciting, and I'm going to make the most of it.
And obviously with that down swap, the sort of balance that straight away that right, I think you're ready to go, like you couldn't be free, and it would sort of how many nights that's taken over?
Yeah, it's a little bit, I was a little bit sort of scared when I was, back in WA, but I've been training and keeping up with, like the Wallaroos, and, went into the last 3 camps, so I feel like I'm pretty prepared going into this week.
In terms of that preparation, like, for the straight away against, just you sort of describe it, feeling how valuable was it?
Yeah, it was really great. I mean, they wanted to make it a bit more of an experience rather than like a real focused test match. We had a lot of like young girls come in, and it was a great experience to go over to Samoa, learn a lot about the culture, and then just have an opportunity to play some good rugby against a good side.
The sort of Western Force-wide, I think that then and 2 weeks, was that preparation going just preparing for that series? That wasn't jerking a bit.
I was told, go to Aussie A and then train for Japan, and obviously just get to watch the Wallaroos games, and so I was in a pretty like good spot when Joe called, because I've been kept keeping up with training at Force.
So that was a blessing in disguise. I mean, that program, organized trip and so we come up to this year great. Like if there's maybe others.
Yeah, I mean it's that's what our coach really emphasizes, is that it's an opportunity to go to Japan, but also like the girls to stay ready. Like if an opportunity like this comes, us girls were always fully trained, and bodies are ready to go.
There's meant the earlier edition, just sort of need a couple of feet, and can you just sort of extent that of what sort of situation was?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that one.
Just sort of an injury like Nick with stuff, it's just like you're surprised to get out of that, but outside guns.
Yeah, it was just I had a couple of things going on with my back, so just given the time to sort of rest up and not try and push it. That was Jo's words. She just wanted to make sure that I could be more long term instead of just like kind of push me through. But I've felt like I've really done well over the last couple months to put myself in a good spot, and the back's feeling really good. So yeah.
So is that something you do before on the back, or is that something you picked up during years?
I just picked it up this year.
And I guess on South Africa itself, like obviously you would have some pop days to say getting out of Serie B in Africa. Like, what do you know about that rugby lives on that going out? It's
been it's been absolutely incredible here. Just watching them in a couple of games, they're very physical. So, our goal is to go in there, win the physicality battle. I'll give it a really good shot. But then, we want to move the ball. We want to play our type of rugby. So, that's our goal on the weekend.
And you're joining us scoring a chat. So a couple of us start to other. You arrived with like did set that excitement and what sort of a picture to do with with the WXV2 type so early this like.
Yeah, I mean, I came in on Tuesday during training, and there definitely is a bit of a buzz going around through the girls, and you can definitely feel a lifted spirits, after the runaway win on the weekend. So we're going into this weekend, with feelings high, emotions high, and put out another good performance this week.
Finally, talk about sort of veg shoots. So okay, it's still playing really well. Actually, you talking about the reference of your game. Is as so something that's been around for a long time, done it all like what learn something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to grow up learning from Trillis with Force as well, and she's definitely a huge leader within this group and any group that she's really a part of. So having her in this program and coming off the bench with her is it's really self-assuring because if you stuff up or if you need a little hand, she's like a get out of jail free card. She can do everything, and she's that leader on the field that you always need and look to. So, yep.
Perfect. That's all I had. Thanks, such a thankful.
Thank you.
I think it's something that I've always wanted to do is accomplish 20 caps, let alone 30. So, yeah, it's really exciting. It's a massive milestone for me in my rugby, and being from Adelaide, I take it with both hands humbly.
And so sort of a long way from that girl in the commentary settings, all those people like how do you just grade to as a player it's just conceiving of myself at 12 bird, 8 months, let alone that player person the same grade like beating.
Yeah, I think going back to it, 18, 19-year-old Eva would be super proud. I'd honestly, to see where I am now, I'd be so proud, and I think, I've come a long way, and being a front rower, let alone a tight head prop, has been something challenging, as it's you're learning every year, and it's something that happens over time to create your game as a tight head prop, let alone a prop. It doesn't come easy or lightly, so it's a patient game. So just really proud that I've been able to stay in it and continue to grow and learn.
To sport after well, probably more experience of rollers are put out. I think something like that's about the sort of average cap about 22, 23 cats that familiarity with those ground blue. How does that help just sort of get the best out of you again and you're sort of knowing what each other are doing to face everyone?
Yeah, it helps so much. I think, I've been fortunate enough to come through the ranks with some of these players and watch them do their first cap. Well, play alongside them with their first cap. And I think playing, 5 to 10 caps a year in the last couple of years has been huge because we've really, really been able to work on our connections and our platform as a pack of 8. So I think, it's really, really helped us as for the Wallaroos, and we're doing nothing but continuing to grow and really build that strong platform.
Jo was in your phone, she's surprised down or correcting from that the dark still Wales logs. So to was some momentum school win on the weekend. When you sort of preach positivity, you get a result like that, how much will it satisfying is just to see some of it? Just trust and process delivering only one of the best in policy on this job.
Yeah, it's so important. That game we played against Wales in Cardiff, we really took that hard. It was a really, really devastating loss, and it created a lot of hurt, and the only thing we could do is go back and do our reviews and be better and hold ourselves accountable and what we're going to do to make them 1%ers and how we're going to win this next game leading into WXV, because we're going into competition and the plan is to win it, but we have to do our reviews and we have to do the hard work. So once we did get that win, it was nice seeing that we did do our job in our 1% and came together as a team.
As a course through played with them, with you go through a loss like that, something you sort of say as a group of favourite. So is there that style and understanding how we know what we actually get better? We don't have we know for you with always even the sort of word back using like with all yourself
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's a mutual understanding to go back and do your review and look what you can do better and do them effort areas better. And I think we have options to go to the coaches and go to each other, and we really use them options. Like, we come together not just as a playing group and staff group, we actually come together as players, and we go in our groups and we do our reviews, and then we do collaborate with the staff. So I think like we're able not to just lean on ourselves, but we're able to lean on each other and the staff.
And in terms of that, like, you've been on the side, like, what is it that sort of spirit like, and I guess how do you get energy and they can sort of use that sort of excitement being in your country just to channel over to your rugby and get more out of love and sort of in training session?
Yeah, well, let alone like South Africa, Cape Town, like it's absolutely beautiful. It's my first time coming here, like the people are lovely. But first things first for us, we got a job to do, and our job is to play and do rugby. So yeah, we can't drop the ball at any time. So we're continuing to put the team first, really executing our training sessions, taking them opportunities to review, reflect, and just to keep moving forward.
Yeah, playing close themselves, like Joe sort of mentioned before, she said about forwards. When you notice that a team is going to bring that energy, bring that sort of explosive, is that something you just actually get up for as a player?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think every team has their own energy. They bring something different. Every team brings something different. But then at the end of the day, it's up to us on how we do our reviews to be better, be the better team on that day. And it's going to be a physical game, but we're up for it.
Now, I guess you look at the sort of the match on this for revenge score, like you've got a lot of opening for Lydia, who's played a lot of Bat Murray. Like, they coming to you for advice, say how to handle access to bring her in, all that pressure?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we do a lot of set piece stuff, and they're absolutely prepared for it, and I back them all the way. Like, we've been scrumming against each other, we've been challenging each other, and we've really been giving that physicality to each other to help them for these games. And the way they've been training, like, I'd back them to start. Like, I back our whole front row to start and finish.
And just finally, just on that trying for us as well, like, when you throw it away at the end, sets about rounds can be quite, if you sort of, I with those sort of couple of get-ups, you can tell, like, with you, the better your offense line, Brian, if I just keep out of, like, I could make him go, I could create an opportunity where you sort of score a second try like that.
Yeah, I think I know the player I am, and for me, I know if I keep knocking down the wall, seams will open up. You just never know when they'll open up, so you just have to, it's a bit of a mental game, you have to be mentally tough, and you have to just keep going, and being present in the game is so important, but also being active around the ball is also important.
And just rounding up this chat, like, is that one of his lessons you had since Jordan saying this? Yeah, that was just keep grinding out of it. So pick it up the first time, just keep going in the vegetables or nothing doubt.
Yeah, it comes down to, like, it honestly comes down to work rate and mental toughness. Like, you can't jump on a field and think a seam's going to open up straight away without doing the hard work. You have to be present around the ball, but you have to take carries whether it is in a brick wall or not, but you have to keep going, and it's about getting up in them first 3 steps and, making sure you're in a pod, making sure, you're supporting a breakdown. You're not always going to have every carry, you're not always going to make every tackle, but you have to be present in the moment.